Hello and welcome to Hot Dog and Handshake's classic review series. I am your host of this, Shane Price, joined by Jayden here for an event that I have still yet to forgive for. Unforgiven 2000 from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania First Union Center.
And now this might seem random that we're doing this show, but would you like to explain why we're doing this show?
Yeah. So, on our KJ era, we reviewed two shows, both of which randomly had the Taz versus Jerry Lawler on it.
Yes, it was SummerSlam 2000 and One Night Stand 2006.
And this is the second match in that little trilogy. This is the final time you'll be hearing us say the words Taz against Jerry Lawler.
Yep.
This one's the best ones. They're in a strap match.
Yep. So we found out that they had wrestled 3 times, all in pay-per-view, after we had done 2 of them. So we just put this on the list to do eventually, and here we are. And I guess you want to run through the date and venue and all that.
The status take place in the First Union Center of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, September 24th, 2000, with about 19,000 in attendance. Buy rate of 605. So let's get right into it here for our first match.
Jim Ross, Jerry Lawler on the call for most of it. Michael Cole comes in for a little bit after Lawler's match.
That's right.
And 2 hours and 42 minutes is the runtime we're looking at here. So now on to the first match.
First match is he says the details I forgot is an 8-man tag match between the Right to Censor, Buchanan, The Good Father, Steve Richards, and Val Venus against Bradshaw Farouk and Devon and Bubba.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the right team to have against this crappy heel team, but seeing crappy their theme.
I thought this was just a meh match.
You know what? All things considered, this was a pretty boring match.
Just seemed kind of thrown together for the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I literally have the note pretty boring.
Yeah, I feel like this is a match I would have liked more as a kid until the finish. But then again, it's fine. I gave it 2.
I gave it 2 stars, but after the match, Bradshaw slapped the shit out of Stevie. There's a little brawl after the match, and ultimately somebody, I don't remember which one of them goes through a table. But during that, Bradshaw I don't think it was on purpose. I think he just caught him right and just decimated Stevie Richards.
You got his shit rocked almost.
Yeah,
really.
Full Bradshaw. Yeah, bitch slapped him.
And then our next match is the match we talked about. Taz, Lawler, strap match.
What is there to say?
I remember liking this more as a kid, which kind of worries me as a kid.
Interestingly, pinfall, submission, or 4 corners. So both the WWE rules and the non-WWE rules. I like that a bit. Just if you're going to include the WWE rules, also including the pin or submission aspect, I think is good. This also features the first appearance of Raven as the Raven character in WWE.
Wait, did he make an appearance before?
He did not make an appearance before this. This was the
No. It's the wrestler, not the character.
Yeah, wasn't he a
in WCW? Yeah.
He was in WCW, but I think he was also in WWE as under some other gimmick before this. As Johnny Polo or something. Wasn't he? Or am I thinking of Al Snow?
That's WCW, yeah. Do we know?
Yeah. 93 and 94 and 1990. 94 he was Johnny Polo.
Well, damn, okay.
So yeah, I thought he was. Yeah, I was right. So yeah. First appearance in WWE as Raven. In this random strap match between Taz and Jerry Lawler.
Today I learned, huh?
Yep. Solid match. 3 stars?
I'd say about 3.5, yeah.
Okay. Now ranking the 3 Lawler matches. SummerSlam 2000, Unforgiven 2000, One Night Stand 2006.
This is number 1.
This is number 1 for me as well.
I'd say One Night Stand 2.
Yep.
In 2001 or 3.
SummerSlam 2003. I actually looked back. I gave this 3 stars. I gave One Night Stand 2006's match 2.5 stars, and I gave SummerSlam 2000's 2 stars.
Yeah, okay.
So each match was a half star apart.
And then we're going to get to I guess a guilty pleasure of mine. It was a promo?
first Stone Cold.
Oh, you're right.
Stone Cold shows up and destroys Kevin Kelly.
Well deserved, may I add.
Yeah.
My nails were kind of match based this one.
The funniest part of it is that they immediately do a replay of it. They immediately go to a replay.
I totally forgot.
Of Kevin Kelly getting thrown into a garage door.
Again. Well deserved.
And then we can go into the next match.
Guilty pleasure, the 10-minute hardcore battle royale,
or not battle royale, but it was a
Wikipedia where I got the match types from. Some reason they call it a battle royale. It is like
unlimited title changes in 10 minutes.
It's more of a 24/7 rule.
Yeah. It's a hardcore invitational. And interestingly, the Outrunners received an invitation.
Oh my god.
But so this is Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. They received an invitation to participate in this as single stars.
Right.
But they had to decline because they were helping Tommy Lasorda coach Team USA Baseball to an Olympic gold medal. And the finals was the day before this.
Oh, I remember that vividly.
Yeah,
right.
They were the first and third base coaches for that Olympic baseball team.
Didn't they have a stint with the Kane County Cougars after that?
I don't remember, but yeah, they definitely. So that's why they weren't a part of this, but they were supposed to be.
I cannot remember everybody who's in the match. I'm sure it's on Cage.
Okay, so do you have it? I have it here. Steve Blackman's the champion.
Correct.
Going in. Crash Holly. Al Snow, who is the European champion and apparently auditioning to be part of the Full-Blooded Italians.
No, it's every week.
Yeah,
come out
every week
different.
he came with this was his Italian one. Perry Saturn, Test, and Funaki.
Kind of
SmackDown's number one announcer.
Kind of a who's who of the
random
hardcore division.
Title guys, yeah.
Steve Blackman is the truth.
Mm.
Steve Blackman wins. Steve Blackman beats everybody up.
Perry Saturn cooked in this match.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Al Snow with the drive-by CTE shot. Just hit someone right in the head with a trash can lid just running, hit him in the head and kept running. I don't remember who he hit. Might have been Perry. But yeah, this was a really, really fun, just hardcore spot fest.
This is what I want to see from the hardcore title in every company. I want something stupid, something dumb, something fun to watch, i.e. Terry Funk and his chickens.
Yeah.
But this is a match that I know a lot of people don't like because they don't like the hardcore division.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like it.
I really liked this.
I gave it 3 3/4.
I have 3 1/4, so we're kind of right, half a star off. But yeah, I have 3 1/4. So yeah, it was a really fun match.
You know what's not fun?
Chris Jericho?
Kurt Angle giving Stone Cold a medal.
Oh, that was a weird little.
And our next match is Bow Makes Noise X-Pac against Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't feel like a match that really needed to happen at the time, but good for us. It was okay. It was a pretty good match. Mm-hmm. There was a good spot with Suicide Dive, I think, that I really liked. I gave us 3 1/4.
I gave this 3 stars. I thought it was just a pretty good match. Just run of the mill good pay-per-view match between these two guys. So yeah, nothing crazy.
And there's more Angle Austin shenanigans, but the time goes to Foley, blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold and The Rock meet, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get our next match in a steel cage for the WWF Tag Team titles. Edge and Christian against the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
So this is...
You know what I found interesting about this match from the setup?
What?
It's pin or escape the cage. You can't win by submission. How often do you see a match where you can win by pin and not submission?
Never.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a Ken Shamrock, oh, you can't submit me this match, dummy.
Yeah, it's pin or escape the cage.
My thing is that this match, I know that in 2000, Edge and Christian are heels, so they've been winning every title match by shenanigans. Mm-hmm. So this is why they're in a cage.
Yeah, obviously. And I really like, speaking of shenanigans, I like the strategy of Edge pushing Jeff out of the cage so that it ends up 2-on-1 and they can try to win by pinfall.
That's good. Honestly, I think We don't see a lot of heels doing that kind of stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see them being like,
Being smart.
yeah. We see them. Heels are dumb. Faces are smart.
Mm-hmm.
It's not faces are dumb. Heels are dumb. You're smart.
Mm-hmm.
It should be. There should be a dastardly devious heel who's a smart man.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we haven't seen that in forever. There's the match. I thought it was pretty good. Matt Hardy does pretty well by himself before getting Jeff in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's pretty good.
I thought it was a really good tag team cage match.
Yes.
For what it was. I liked Leah gets involved. She does a Hurricane Rana to Christian off a ladder, I think. Like she kind of climbs up on the cage and is like holding onto the cage when she throws the head scissors.
Right.
And I liked it. It didn't feel tacky or forced like a lot of involvement does. It felt like a good way to do a run in. I really liked the concerto finish on the top of the cage. And then there was just other, really great stuff throughout. So I really liked this match. I give it 4 stars.
I gave it 4 too.
Yeah.
So there was a match that really clicked with us.
Yeah.
In terms of just the things. There's a dog on my lap, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear any licking noises, I apologize.
Yeah. Joker's dog is here.
And then Jerry Lawler rejoins commentary at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally gotten over the loss to Taz.
Mm-hmm.
Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero with China as his manager take on Rikishi for the IC champ.
Mm-hmm. It was just a middle of the road match for me.
Yeah.
It was more about what was going on between Eddie and China than it was.
Rikishi was kind of just there.
Rikishi commentary was talking more about the fact that China was going to be in the next issue of Playboy than they were the match. Especially from the Jerry side.
It's 2000, man.
So that's it.
I mean, that was in 2000. That was a big deal.
Yeah, it's just.
Nowadays,
it feels like that was the point of this match, not the Intercontinental Championship.
Was to sell
The point
China
was
over
to sell
Rikishi.
China. Yeah. So I gave it 2.5. I thought it was just a middle of the road match. I probably could have given it less. Yeah. But I'll give it 2.5.
So our second to last match, I believe, is a special guest referee. Mick Foley takes on. Doesn't take on anybody. Kurt Angle takes on Triple H with Stephanie McMahon Helmsley as his manager.
Special ref Mick Foley, no DQ match.
This was the love triangle payoff.
Yeah, the best storyline of the show by far.
Yes.
Nothing else has a story as good as this going in. I loved every big spot they did. Really went over well, especially Stephanie finally making the decision and low blowing Kurt Angle. I thought was great. And I also thought really great ring psychology from these guys.
The one-arm pedigree.
The one-arm pedigree was exactly what I was thinking about when I read that.
That's when I think of psychology. I think selling your limbs is something that a lot of guys don't do anymore.
Yeah, he had to really wait a little bit longer and muster up more of that strength before he could actually get the pedigree.
Yeah.
So I really liked this match. I give this 4.25. I thought this was a really good match.
I'll give it 4.
You 4?
And our main event of the evening. What else really could it be but for the title? The Rock against Taker, against Kane, against Chris Benoit.
Of course, Benoit, we will keep what he has done out of this, of course, every time. Yes, he's a bad guy, but we're going to judge the art for what it was.
Can we talk about The Rock being maybe the most over guy ever?
Dude, he was so over in this match.
Rock or Stone Cold, either one of the two.
Yeah, this is crazy how loud this arena gets for The Rock in what is ultimately not that interesting of a set, like of a build. Like it's kind of just like, oh, The Rock's good, Kane's good, Taker's good, Benoit's good, throw them in a match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and by good, I mean like the fans are behind them.
Right, yeah.
They're getting heat or they're getting cheers, whatever you're desiring, and that's so throw them in a 4-way on this throwaway pay-per-view. But I thought it was a solid match. Nothing too special, maybe a little long, but I don't understand what was even the point of the whole Chris Benoit wins at first in a kind of cheeky way. And
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
What'd you think?
I think the Rock did well. I think Taker did well. I think Kane did well. I don't think Benoit should have been there. All things considered.
You don't think he was ready yet?
No, because he just jumped like months ago.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's entertaining in a way, but in terms of the match itself, it's like a little rating, but it's entertaining still. What'd you give it?
3 1/4.
I gave it 3.5. So
All right. On to the categories. You got them there?
best performance,
Or best moment, you mean?
this moment, yes.
Best moment. Probably the Raven appearance, honestly.
Okay, I'm
really
gonna
like
I'm gonna
that.
say
Really good
the
debut.
one arm pedigree to me.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the 1-arm pedigree. I changed my mind. I'm going with the 1-arm pedigree.
Big fans of that Triple H moment right there.
Mm-hmm.
Our MVP tonight. I kind of want to say The Rock because he had promos, he had all that.
I was gonna say the same thing for
being
Mick.
crazy over.
I thought Mick was really good throughout the night as the commissioner and then as the referee.
Well, we can give the both too.
Yeah.
Because Mick was also really really good in this match.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mick.
And then heat check.
Heat check.
I want to say.
Is Raven the heat check then?
I guess yeah.
I'm gonna give Raven the heat check for me. Yeah.
Alternately Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold, you can give a heat check because we didn't really talk about his thing where Shane McMahon claims that Steve Blackman was the one that hit him with the car, and I think it's mostly just to drive the Shane-Steve Blackman feud because we know now it ends up being revealed it's Rikishi.
Did for The Rock.
I don't know. The whole
for the
Stone
game.
Cold thing was really a really long promo segment that just ultimately didn't matter,
Right.
and so that's why we probably didn't talk about it much. For Apex Mountain,
There's nothing there.
Apex of Taz in WWE,
No.
Apex of Raven in WWE.
No. This is it. There's no Apex here.
Yeah, nobody really hits their apex here. This is just kind of a regular show. Surprise of the show? The Raven debut.
Yeah, Raven, I guess.
Yeah.
Raven
probably.
this, Raven that, Raven.
Recasting. What match should we recast?
This is tough, but I'm going to go with the tag team cage match.
Tag team cage match. Got it. So, who are Edge and Christian in modern wrestling? Top heels, kind of goofy.
The Bucks.
I like that. Yeah, the Young Bucks. So who are the Hardy Boys to the Young Bucks? Is it FTR?
Yeah.
It's kind of their big rival.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the Dudleys?
Who are the Dudleys in that?
Lucha Bros?
Lucha Bros could be the Acclaimed.
Well, the Acclaimed did have the triple threat match with them, so I guess it's the Acclaimed.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, if you have another, I'm just trying to think of another one who's been significantly involved with both of those teams. Yeah, I don't know. Who would be the FTR's Lita? Who comes out to help him? Mark Briscoe.
Sure, why not? Mark Briscoe getting nominated in like all of our recasting at this point. He has Okada.
Yeah, best double feature.
TLC 2.
2C2 with the Edge and Christian cage
Yeah.
match. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Anything from this make the Wrestling Criterion Collection? Nope. No, definitely not. Classic Hot Dog, Classic Handshake.
Kind of a fast one here.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was the one best one on pedigrees.
You're going to go just with Triple H or Triple H and
Triple H,
Kurt?
yeah.
Okay. I just gave it to the whole Triple H Kurt match.
That's fair.
That's the best. The cage match, really close. I only gave it a quarter star less, so it was really close to being in there. What do you give this out of 10?
You know, this is one of our first shows that was solid, but nothing better than solid.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay, I gave it a 5.
Okay.
So we're kind of in the same spot. So 5.5 overall. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it was just kind of an average show. Kind of similar to how I felt about WrestleMania 23 last week. Like it was nothing. You gave WrestleMania 23 a 6.5. So we're kind of on pace with on par with what we did last week. Just kind of a pretty solid show. What else can we say?
Not much.
So yeah, next week you want to talk about what we're doing next week? Another just for fun one.
Another one that's just for fun. Although I want to give a little preview of next year. Our just for fun ones next year are going to be through a wheel of randomness.
Yep.
That'll be very fun to do. But next week, get ready for some ranting. Because we're going back to 1997, December 1997 for Starrcade.
Mm-hmm.
Hogan Sting.
Another one that's kind of a sequel to the first classic review that we did on the KJ podcast. So that we did Halloween Havoc 97 for the Eddie Ray match, and just also kind of got ourselves mixed up in this storyline, and Randy Macho Man Savage's broken knees. So yeah, I think that's good if you want to close it out here.
Yeah, stay tuned for Starrcade, but always, of course, as we always say, and just enjoy wrestling.